There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
Hey everybody, welcome to a very special episode of the Star Wars Canon Library, and you heard the man. There were stories, and they are all true. My name is Brian. I'm the librarian here at the Star Wars Canon Library, where we're keeping all the canon in chronological order for each and every one of you guys who subscribe and follow. Hey, this is a very special episode. This is the non-spoiler review of Star Wars The Force Awakens. We tried filming this on Monday, and we'd gotten a new laptop to do the stuff on, and we were still toying with it, trying to figure it out. Couldn't get it to work, so we ended up losing it. So we have to refilm it. Here it is, the day after Christmas, almost a week later, and we're finally getting it up. Speaking of Christmas, hope you guys had a merry one. I know you guys enjoyed the best gift of all, which was The Force Awakens, and we're going to dive right into it. This is a non-spoiler review, so don't worry about if you haven't seen the film yet. I'm pretty sure 95% of you guys have seen it who are watching this by now. Who are watching this have seen it by now. But just in case, this is the non-spoiler review. So we're just going to go through and touch on a couple things here and there. It's not going to be very long, I promise. And just enough to give you guys an idea of what we think, or what I think of the film. Kirsty loved it. Kirsty loves this Star Wars movie. Andrew, a little bit. Personally, Empire Strikes Back will always be my number one favorite Star Wars movie of all time. The Force Awakens is, I want to say number 2. I'm not sure if it's number 3 yet, but it's somewhere between 2 and 3. So, if you haven't seen it yet, if you have seen it, comment below, let us know what you thought of it. Try not to give any spoilers. We do have a spoiler review coming here before long. So, without further ado, let's just jump right into this. I had a few things written down to talk about. Just a couple things here and there. And the first thing I wanted to bring up was J.J. Abrams directing. I remember when we first heard the news that J.J. Abrams was directing the new Star Wars film. And at the time, before I found out, I had been very hesitant about Disney even making a new Star Wars. And then I heard J.J. Abrams was directing, and I felt this ease in my mind, like, you know what, I think this might be alright. I think this is going to be okay. And then I heard that the original cast was coming back, and I'm like, you know what, this could be great. This could be something very special. And then the more and more news we heard, the more casting, the practical effects thing, the first trailer that dropped, and it just all went higher and higher from there. And with J.J. Abrams directing, not only was he a fan of the franchise, but he had such a burden on his shoulders in this film, because, we can all agree, most of us can agree, that the prequels were crap, and to be honest, I was kind of put off. When I first heard Disney was doing this, I was put off from it, just because 3 strikes and they were out in my book. But JJ had such a burden on his shoulders to do this film, with the team that he had at Lucasfilm, with Kathleen Kennedy, and they really did deliver something very special, something that is going down in the history books. We were watching history being made. Every day, new numbers roll in for Star Wars, and it's awesome to see. But as far as his directing style goes, you can tell, looking at it, that it's J.J. Abrams. Obviously, he has his own unique flavor added to it. But at the same time, it's a Star Wars movie, and it feels like a Star Wars movie. And there are moments where you can blatantly tell that it was J.J. Abrams directing, whether it's, a certain angle he used, or a running shot, or a pivoting shot. And then there were other times you couldn't even, you felt like you're watching a classic trilogy episode, a scene that you hadn't seen before. It's amazing. So JJ did a great job bringing this film together, and him and Lawrence Kasdan writing. For those of you that don't know, Kasdan worked on Empire and Jedi as well, and helped JJ with this one after Michael Arndt left. After he did the original draft, JJ and Lawrence Kasdan came in to do the writing on this one. And there's more comedy in this Star Wars film than what I was expecting. It's not over the top. It's not too much. But it's more than I was expecting. And it was a pleasant surprise. I mean, just between, Poe Dameron, being cocky and mouthy, and BB-8 with the way he moves, and it's just the interactions between Han and Chewie. They're funny. They really are, and it's not like they were trying too hard to make it funny. It's just it's funny. And speaking of the comedy thing, that's going to bring me up to BB-8. BB-8 is the most adorable, excuse my language, he's the most adorable fucking droid you will ever see in a Star Wars movie. Before we saw The Force Awakens last week, God, it feels weird to say that. Before we saw The Force Awakens last week, my favorite droid up to this point had been Chopper. And I know a lot of people didn't like Chopper just because he was, too cartoony, whatever. I don't even, from Rebels. Chopper's a bastard. He really is. There's even one episode of Rebels in Season 1. I don't remember which episode it is. But he says something, and these Imperials run up, and he sees them, and you hear him go, wah, 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 wah. And if you listen really closely, you can actually hear him go, fuck, 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 fuck. But anyway, BB-8's my favorite droid now at this point. And the way that he was puppeteered, and the way he was played, and the way he was used in the script, I loved it. And I can't get enough of BB-8. But overall, all the actors did an amazing job on the film. It felt like Star Wars again. It was Star Wars again, and it's just Star Wars is back, baby. And Star Wars is in good hands with Disney and Lucasfilm. Believe me, if you guys haven't seen the film yet, go see it. It is my second or third. I'm gonna say second. It is my second favorite Star Wars film of the bunch right now. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, go check it out. You won't be disappointed. Hey, make sure you guys visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/Star Wars Canon Library. If you have any questions, you can email us at Gmail. It's starwarscanonlibrary@gmail.com. We have an Instagram page now. We have a bunch of pictures from the premiere night up. If you want to check that out, it's literally just Star Wars Canon Library. We have a Twitter. It's at SW Canon Library, and we have an Etsy account. We have a friend, Kirsty and I have a friend in Ohio who does painted ornaments, stuff like that. Hi, Kirsty. You can come in. I'm almost done. Yeah. No, yeah, I'm recording. But we have a friend in Ohio named Jen. She does a lot of hand-painted ornaments. Check out her Etsy account. It's etsy.com/shop/expressions by Jen. I will have all those links in the description. Until next time, be looking out for our spoiler review, and may the Force be with you guys.